Hey, the DOG here, and guys, I'm bringing you a brand new series that I thought would be fun to do. I'm going to call it Top 5 Tuesdays, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make a Top 5 list. It's kind of just a normal commentary type of a video, and so in this edition what I want to talk about is the Top 5 comedies of all time. So I was actually asked the question last week, what are my top 5 comedy videos? And I was sitting there thinking about it, and I was like, you know, that's awesome. I need to do just a normal series on that kind of stuff. And so I was sitting there thinking, and top 5 of all-time comedies. And what was kind of funny, it was kind of hard to narrow it down to the top 5. You know, you got videos like Ace Ventura and UHF with Weird Al Yankovic, Napoleon Dynamite, and Nacho Libre. These are videos that I can watch over and over and over again and laugh every time I see them. But I started thinking, what are the top 5 movies that I've seen and I just uncontrollable laughter. I couldn't stop laughing when I watched it, or it has such rewatchability that you just gotta watch it all the time. And so in this list, my 1 and 2 are the type of videos that you gotta watch all the time. They're great movies that you gotta see, and they're ones that I'm sure a lot of people have on their top 5s. And then I got 3 movies that I watched, and when I watched them, I wasn't expecting anything, and when I watched them, I lost my mind. They were like the funniest movie. I was like, I couldn't breathe. I almost was passing out when I watched it. And so I wanted to include those, and there was 2 of them in the last couple of years that did that. The number 5 on my list, and one of those videos is Bad Grandpa. So Bad Grandpa just came out not too long ago. I went and watched it, and I about lost my mind. And it's a Johnny Knoxville video, and they kind of make it so you kind of follow the storyline of a grandpa taking a grandkid out and doing all kinds of crazy shenanigans. But it's set up as a hidden camera type of a movie, and so it's pretty funny. You actually get to see the real reactions from people. The one scene that stood out that I just lost my mind when I saw it was they were kind of having a farting contest in a restaurant, and the kid would fart and then the old grandpa would fart, and they're going back and forth, and these people that are sitting around them are just disgusted. They're looking over there like, what the hell is wrong with these people? And so then the grandpa jumps up on this chair of the table. He gets up there on the chair and he's like, oh yeah, check this out, and he goes to rip one, and he just like, his butt explodes, and there's like dookie all over the walls. It's just hilarious. And then they're both like, oh, gotta go, and they get out and run, and then you get to see the reactions of everybody watching. And I was losing it so hard. I was laughing so hard so many times in that. I didn't expect it, didn't know what to think about that movie. I just went with the wife just to check it out, and it was hilarious. Top 5, number 5, I got Bad Grandpa. Then I got number 4, The Three Stooges. Now this is a movie that I didn't even think about seeing in theaters. I didn't care about it enough, and when I rented it, I was sitting at home and I was watching it, and it was the funniest thing ever. I had my kids. They were recording me because they were like, what the heck is wrong with Dad? He's like losing his mind. And I'm hyperventilating and I'm laughing, and it was just, to me, it was like the funniest movie ever. And there's a scene where they're beating up this priest, and they end up like ripping out his armpit hair and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And then there's another one with this lion, and the lion gets hit in the nuts with a peanut that gets Heimlicked out of another, I don't remember what it was, a dolphin or something. They were squeezing a dolphin, and then it shot a peanut out, and it hit the lion right in the nuts, and it's a total close-up of it. It was just hilarious. So I was losing my mind on that. And my kids were like, what the heck is wrong with Dad? He's like psycho. And so I was like crying, hardly could breathe. So number 4, top 5 movies, comedies, was The Three Stooges, the newest release movie they had. Next, I got in number 3 spot, we got Something About Mary. So I went and I watched Something About Mary in a drive-in theater along with Shrek, and my brother and my parents, they were in other cars down the way, and I was there with my wife and my youngest kid at that time, and we were watching Something About Mary, and I was laughing so hard, and because I couldn't believe that they showed it, and it was when he zipped himself up in the zipper. And just to see like the ball kind of hanging out halfway, and then like his schlong kind of all zipped up in the zipper, and it actually showing it, I was like shocked. I was like, oh my god, that is like the most retarded funniest thing I have ever seen in my life. And they're like, we got a bleeder, and yeah, freaking beans. I just I was losing my mind watching that show, and it brings back great memories. So when I think about times when I just lost it laughing and I couldn't control myself, uncontrollable laughter, there was the three of those that did that, Bad Grandpa, the Three Stooges, and Something About Mary. And then we're going to drop into the number 2 space, and it is Spaceballs. Come on, man. Spaceballs is the epic all-time comedy spoof movie ever made. Spaceballs is number 2 on my list. You gotta love it. I've watched this movie so many times, it's just ridiculous. So, great movie. Spaceballs, if you haven't seen it, I'm sure everybody's seen it. It's gotta be in your top 5. If you haven't seen Spaceballs, you gotta check it out. It is a total spoof on Star Wars. And you got Lord Helmet and Yogurt, and they got their Schwartz, and, you know, I see your Schwartz is as big as mine, Lone Star. And they have the epic, schlong battle. So check out Spaceballs. If you haven't seen that, I don't know, you must have not, maybe you were born after like 1995 or something. I don't know. Next, I'm going to take and look at Monty Python and the Holy Grail. So, Monty Python and the Holy Grail is my number 1 spot. If you've never seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail, it is like the funniest movie ever of all time. You quote it all day, every day, and it's the kind of thing that just sticks with you. And I don't know if you just gotta be an old dude to think that this is funny, but this is like the funniest movie ever. So guys, down in the comment section below, leave me your top 5 comedy videos of all time down there. Let me know what they are. And I'm sure you guys aren't going to agree with me. There's a lot of people that are going to look at this list and be like, what the hell are you talking about? Guys, leave it your comments down in the section below. Let me know what you think is your top 5 comedy videos of all time. And guys, look forward to next week one. I'm going to do one on, I think, top 5 bad guys. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you liked it, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Show it some love. Alright guys, thanks for watching and have a great day.